My name is Alejandro Juarez, and I am doing informal music learning in the elementary classroom setting. First of all, I think it's a great opportunity for teachers to kind of push the boundaries and just see how we can transform the classroom. When you charge kids with their own learning and make them responsible for it, and you kind of help guide them along, it's amazing the things they can do and the conversations they can have and what they can achieve.
I've learned many songs on many different instruments.
You're leading most of the activities, the games and stuff, but the kids are pretty much deciding their course of learning to their own needs. So it's you're able to diversify their own needs that they feel like in music class that they want. How they feel like they're getting more out of music because they're the ones setting their own goals. They do the learning by how the lessons developed, and they're pretty much like teaching themselves. They're teaching their peers. They teach me sometimes, and it's kind of like learning through exploring. And I think that's one of the ultimate ways that we can learn, through trial and error.
I'm Samantha Cates. I teach AP World History and World History. This program has done amazing things, not only for my 8th period RISE program, but also my other classes, because what I've learned from my RISE class, I've been able to take to my other classes, my AP classes, and trying different things. So really, it hasn't been just one class that's been changed and benefited from it, it's been a lot of them.
The style of teaching that they do, the games are really fun, and it's just really different than regular teaching, and it makes it more fun.
It's definitely made me realize what teaching can be like. And what I mean by that is, it's easy to go through the motions and get up there and say, I've covered it, the kids should know it, therefore they're going to do well on the test and everything else. But through this RISE program, I've learned that that's not necessarily the case. They have to be active, they have to be involved, and now I know what kids like, what kids enjoy, what makes them excited to come to class, what gets them coming back, what makes them want to stay and not leave to go to a dentist appointment. So it's basically changed how I look at kids and how much they can do when I don't give them, hey, you have to do this. Rather than telling them what to do, I say, hey, what do you want to do?
My name is Mr. Haney. I'm a 4th grade teacher here at Rucker Elementary. And right now in the RISE program, we are focusing on is a PBL model for teaching, offer more sustainability, academic retention, short-term and long-term. I've learned a lot through the RISE program, especially about PBL. I would say the 3 big things that I've learned is, 1, Kagan strategies, how to group students so that students are working with people that they can collaborate with and not feel like I'm not doing anything because you're way above me, or I'm not doing enough because I have nobody that I can talk to. The second thing is just the PBL model, using jobs and then tasks that all students are learning, but then they come back together and teach each other to focus on one goal. And then just the PBL model, the real world problem solving, seeing students doing stuff and applying it to a task, just learning how that affects their brains and how they're scaffolding stuff, because every group is at a different stage at any different times, and seeing them all kind of get to the same place where I want them to be from different directions has been a huge learning process for me.
It's better than the other classes because you get to do projects and you still have learning in it.
I think my favorite part of my day is my PBL class. Like, I look forward to it and teaching those kids, because I feel like I'm not teaching them something, but I'm more in it with them.
I'm Mrs. Ellerby. I teach 4th grade here at Light Farm, and we are implementing a service learning curriculum.
One of the things I think that I've really learned is how much of a growing process this has been for the students as far as service learning. And I've had the opportunity to watch my students grow in both their understanding of how to serve others and their understanding of how to collaborate with one another in preparing service projects. So that's been one of the positives and one of the growth areas for the students.
We get to help other people and get to enjoy the time spending with other people.
And so now as a teacher, I'm teaching from that perspective of not only are my students learning, but my students are also recognizing the importance of how learning influences how they give back as well.
It's probably going to influence us throughout our lives, and it's going to make us become the person that we're going to become.
And we were just having a conversation about the importance of what are you going to do next. this should become a lifestyle. So I'm excited to think that my students are going to develop a lifestyle of service to others.